So tonight, Texans offense versus Seattle defense. The Seattle offense, boy, Robert Hensley sent you and I his notes for the game. Robert has notes, man. And Robert's in the booth with Mark and Andre up there. He's on the trip. He produces. He'll join us he does a great Around the League segment with us on the pregame show. If you don't get to listen to the pregame show on Sunday mornings, we get started at 6 o'clock tonight. So take a listen. Robert joins us at like 6:30 tonight. He laid out all these numbers for the Seahawks offense. And there were two things that jumped out at me, Seth. One is they're really good in the numbers that matter to my people, the gamblers.
Mm-hmm.
Lead the league in yards per play, 6.3. Sam Darnold leads the NFL in yards per attempt at 9.6. Which, if you need context, just know that 9.6 is elite as elite gets in the NFL.
Well, and this is the thing. I keep seeing a lot of people say, "Ooh, yeah, takes a lot of deep shots. Boy, the Texans defense is going to feast." No, you need to understand that Sam Darnold's not an idiot anymore. He's very careful with the football. He's got the lowest turnover-worthy play rate, at least going into this last weekend in the league. He's careful with the football. They do all of the things. I'm warning everybody right now. You're going to hear it on the broadcast tonight. Everything that Gary Kubiak used to talk about all the time, his son Clint Kubiak is the offensive coordinator, and they're doing it exactly the way it's supposed to be done. Their wide receivers block their butts off. They are like everything, every cliche, they're executing it.
And that was my second thing I was going to say, is that all these numbers Robert sent us smacks of 2012 Gary Kubiak offense. Not just the yards per play and the yards per attempt. It's this is not an aerial circus. They're only throwing the ball half the time, but Sam Darnold might end up leading the league in passing yards. That's and I'm not exaggerating. He's top 3 in passing yards, and they pass it the least amount or the lowest amount in the NFL. And real quick, Seth, on the wide receivers blocking, and I know warning, PFF grade's about to be cited. But I think in extreme situations, it's worth citing that 3 of the 6 highest-graded run-blocking wide receivers in the entire league are on the Seattle Seahawks.
No, I honestly look at the PFF scores kind of like you do, like standardized testing. Yeah. It's good at telling you about a group of people, but like the one individual, you never, like if you take a bunch of kids with high SAT scores, on average that group is going to do better in college academically. But when you try to use it for one individual, okay, there's going to be a few jackasses, there's going to be a few high performers and everything. PFF is the same thing. If you got a bunch of guys who are high graded, all right, that's a good unit. 3
of the 6 highest graded run blockers in the NFL, like not in the AFC West. Like there's how many 180 that qualify for grading on PFF, and they've got 3 of the best 6 in the NFL. All right, we're off and running.
So but they also they don't have an Arian Foster. Like they're not running the ball that effectively, but they're doing it enough that they face a lot of loaded boxes. They run off, they line up in formations where people put 8 in the box, and then it opens up things downfield.